Today we're going from this to this. So stick around. Hello. Welcome to another video on my channel. So today we're taking these off. I've had them on for, oh my gosh, 4 weeks now. So they're pretty overgrown. So time to remove them. We're going to start with pushing back my cuticles. So today I decided to go with sort of a more summery looking set. I wanted to use bright colors, sort of like neon colors. And as I was working, they just started to look like toadstools to me. So these are my toadstool nails that we're going to do today. So after this, we're going to get into removing the bulk. So I'm going to use my tornado bit. This bit is amazing. This takes almost everything off. So I'm using this at about 6,000 RPMs, but I'm barely putting any pressure on this bit. Like I do have to go over it a couple times, but it's so nice. Okay, it also helps that I do have a softer gel underneath, so I am taking off the one step, Light Elegance one step, which we are going to work with again today. Okay, so I did go over it again with a 150 grit sanding band just to clean up the rest of the nail, but tornado bit, amazing. Now I'm going in with my little flame cuticle bit, and I just left this in because, I don't know, I really get a kick out of this like cuticle work. It's very precise cuticle work. So just in case there's any other weirdos like me, here you go. So I'm just going to clean up the rest of these nails. Just make sure that, there's nothing left close to my cuticles so that I can get as clean of an application as possible. And then we are going to get into the next step. So I'm going to start with my Kirsty Meakin primer. I'm going to use Light Elegance one step again today. And then for the colors, we're going to be using Madame GLAM. So I chose a neon orange called Fire Sign, and sort of a neon green, or it's kind of a cross between a green and yellow, and it's called Celestial Jungle. But I'm first going to start with my Kirsty Meakin primer after taking out the fluff from the brush. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, after the primer, we're going to go in with our Light Elegance one step. So I'm using this as my base coat these days because it's a really soft gel and you can use it as a great protective layer. So I'm just doing a really thin coat. I do go over it again just to make it a little smoother and give it a little more thickness. But here I'm just sort of smudging it into all of the, I guess, leftover ridges and rough spots in my nail. And then also capping all my free edges. So the brush I'm using is like a 6 oval, and I can't pronounce the name of the brand that I'm using, but I'll put it in the description box. So it's a little bit of a smaller oval. I don't know, I always see brushes with, like, they say they're 6 or they're 4, but every brand sort of has a different version of what a 6 and a 4 actually is. So anyways, this is the one I pulled out today. So I'm putting these on, a layer on all my nails, and then I do go back in with one more layer on top, just to give it a little more smoothness and thickness, and then I cure. And then we'll go on to the next step. I'm going to go right into the color after this. So I am doing the sandwich technique. I don't know, I find for me, it actually makes my application look much neater in the end, because I never feel like I can do a smooth enough gel application. I don't know if anyone else has this issue. I feel like maybe I'm overanalyzing too much, or I'm thinking too deeply about it. I'm looking too deeply into it, but yeah, it just bothers me. But the sandwich technique seems to fix all of those problems. So here I'm just making sure that it is, as smooth as possible. It does self-level, but my first layer was pretty thin, so I thought it needed a little more. So once I'm done here, I'm going to cure in my lamp for 2 minutes, and then we'll go on to our color. So the first color we're going to use is Fire Sign. So Fire Sign obviously is that bright neon orange, and then Celestial Jungle is the other neon color. So for this one, I'm going to do 3 fingers in Fire Sign. I'm going to do the same on both hands, but I'm going to do my other hand off camera. So I'm going to do my thumb, index, and middle finger in Fire Sign. So I'm starting with my thumb here. So this application, I think, was pretty decent. I don't know, some Madame Glam colors I find easier to apply than others. I don't know if it's some sort of difference in the consistency based on the colors, or sometimes it's all, obviously, if you have sparkles in your gels, it's going to be a little more difficult to apply. Not as easy as like a gel color, but I still find that all the gel colors kind of go on a little bit different. So this one I didn't find was too bad. So what I usually do is I'll do 1 coat, a second if I need it, but each time I'll actually go in with the liner brush and just clean up any of the areas. And I find that a lot with the liner brush, I can actually move some of the gel around sometimes. And it really helps me get into some of these areas that I can't get too close to. So you see right here, I try to stay as far away from my skin as possible, because my folds are kind of, if my full nail isn't exposed, I actually have to pull my skin back to get into those corners. So the liner brush really helps with, these little sort of details. I also cap my free edges with the liner brush. I find it much easier. And if I have to get around my cuticle, or get closer to my cuticle, Blender brush helps with that too. So perfect little tool. So for my last two fingers, I'm using Celestial Jungle. So ring finger and pinky are going to be in this color. So it's like a neon yellow. It is, yeah, it's totally neon yellow. Okay, we're going to do these, and then we'll be back to go on to the next step. Okay, so cured and top coated actually. So just a note before I get into what I'm doing here. So that color I found harder to work with than the orange. Again, don't know why, but it was much streakier going on. And I had to mess around with it a lot more, as you could probably tell. Okay, so what I'm not showing in here is that, see that chrome powder? So I cured them for 2 minutes, and then I went over with a no wipe top coat. So I used the VENDEENI Russian no wipe top coat, and then I did do another layer of chrome just to kind of give a shimmer. So you can kind of see it, but it is under there. So now I'm doing the sandwich technique now. So I'm going in with light elegance. I'm doing a slip layer, and then I'm building the rest of the nail on top. Okay, so those are curing for 2 minutes. So I'm going to use these today. Okay, so cured out of the lamp, cleaning off the tacky layer. So this one step does have a tacky layer that needs to come off. So they just look so much better when I do it with the sandwich technique. So I still need to buff them and finish file them, but already, like, okay. So finished files, buffed, and there they are. Everything looks smooth and beautiful, ready for rhinestones. So I did grab these, they're sort of like a pastel-y, faceted rhinestone multi-pack, I guess. I've got multiple shapes, multiple colors. And these are going to be the accents for the Toadstool nails. So I'm using the one step to adhere them and my dotting tool. Okay, so I cured those in the lamp for 2 minutes just to make sure they were stuck. Now, for my thumb, I actually did my thumb in a shiny top coat, and I did not like the way it looked. I liked how it looked matted, like with the filing. So I decided to matte them all instead. So I'm going to finish them off. What I did with the matte top coat is I put it on my palette, and I'm using, obviously, my liner brush to get in around all the gems, the little rhinestones, all the little crevices, the corners, and to just finish off the full nail. So I'm going to finish the rest of this hand, and then we're going to cure. Okay, 2 minutes to cure. I'm going to finish this hand off camera, and then we'll be back to take a look at the final nails. So here they are, all done. I think they're so cute. They totally remind me of toadstools. Just look up toadstool. Go to Google and type toadstool. And tell me these don't remind you of little toadstool nails. Anyways, I think they're super cute. For the rhinestones, what I did was I chose alternating colors. So for the orange nails, I found like the more yellow tone rhinestones. And then for the yellow ones, I used like orangey and pink. So again, just to go over kind of what we used, I used Kirsty Meakin's primer. And then I used the Light Elegance one step for my base coat. I went in with, for my colors, Madame Glam, both of them. Fire Sign is the neon orange, and then Celestial Jungle is the neon yellow. I used the Madame Glam Velvet top coat, which is really nice. And then these were the multi-colored, multifaceted rhinestones I used for the embellishments on my nails. I did go in with a no-wipe top coat, so I did use the Russian no-wipe top coat, the VENDEENI one that I usually use, and I used chrome powders as well on top of that. So before I went in with the sandwich technique. Again, these are the colors. I think these were from the House of Color collection. I do have a video where I swatch all of those colors, but these were two of them. I think they go really well together. I think they're very cute. They're adorable. They totally remind me of toadstools. and gnomes and fairies and all that stuff, you know. So those are the final nails. Let me know what you think. Let's see if these rhinestones hold up this time, because one thing with these is the rhinestone actually pops off the backing. So, actually, I've also lost one already because, okay, this wasn't the rhinestone's fault. This was my fault because I tripped walking up the stairs. Yes, I tripped walking up the stairs and I hit my nail and one of them popped off already. So, but I did try to seal them in a little better this time. So I'm hoping that the rest of them will actually stay on. And you know what? Even if they start to pop off, like the one that fell off, it doesn't look too bad actually. Because if you look at toadstools, they're totally random. So it'll work. And those are the final nails. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video. Comment down below and let me know. Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. And I will see you guys next time.